in this video I'll be teaching you about a stock VRNT, and let's go to it. I'll just copy this VRNT and I'll just paste it in Google and click stock, and I can see information on the right hand side, I can see information on the left hand side, and so the left hand side one is from Google and right hand side is from Wikipedia. You can have a look, and let's see. So I want to know if I buy the stock, how much will it cost me right now? Currently, it's 53.78 US dollars. Okay, this is for information. I'll just type in here, and that's great. So I want to know, when was it formed? When was it founded? If I click Wikipedia, okay, and I'll just zoom it for you, and you can see founded, which is in 2002. So it's a recent firm, and I'll explain you the sector later on. I'm just going to show you some ratios that are very important when you are analyzing the firm. There are four ratios very important. If I just go to a macro trend website, which I use for myself, macro trend, and I go to price ratios and then price book ratio, I just paste in the symbol of the firm, copy that, paste it, and I need to make sure that the name of the firm is there, because sometimes there are more than one firms with the same symbol. So you need to make sure that it's the same thing, which is Verint Systems. And I'll just click space, I'll click that, and price book ratio. So I'm just looking at price book ratio. Right now it's 2.78, which means that the stock is 2.78 times more expensive to buy right now. So it has more 2.78 times more price than the book value. And if I just go back, it's 3.12 times more expensive. If I just go back, 2.5 times more expensive. And the lowest it has been in 2009, it was a bargain, because the book value was $7.34, but you could buy from the market at $5.55, which meant that this was a bargain. If the ratio is below 1, then it means it's a bargain. You're getting a bargain. If it's above 1, then it's expensive. So the more higher the ratio number, above 1, the more expensive it is. So it was a bargain in 2009, and from 2009 it became expensive. It's 1.43. So you can see the real price, the book value is $8.39, but you're buying it for $11.96 from the stock market, and so it has been expensive. But right now it's like 2.78 times more expensive. So you need to find out that, and then you go to other ratios and current ratio, and the current ratio should be 1.5 or more than that for it to have a good margin of safety, because your current assets should be more than current liabilities. But 1.5, anything above 1 means that it's really good. But if you are looking for a margin of safety, that it's secure to invest there, if it's safe, then you should look at a ratio of 1.5 or more than that. Right now, we have data until 30th of April, but not of May, June, July. So May, June, sorry. So I'm just looking into it. So you need to look at the date as well. So it's 1.5 exactly, which means it's really good. And then if I just go back, it's 1.52, and let's see the consistency of it being above or equals to 1.5. In 2017 April, it's 1.45. It's a little bit below than 1.5, so it's okay. That's not too bad. And in 2014 again, it's a little bit below than 1.5. But then in 2014 April, it's a lot below than 1.19. They are 1.15. But still, the current assets are still a little bit more than liabilities. But this is really good, because it's still okay, but it's not safe to invest right now, because the margin of safety is really low. So it's a slight difference between assets and liabilities. So we are looking at 1.5 or above that. And so there has been fluctuations, as you can see, but it has never, it has gone below. Like in 2010 April, it has been below the 1 point for a while, which means that liabilities were more than assets. And In 2009, it has been way below, and the liabilities were more than the assets, which is not a good thing. So you need to be careful because there has been fluctuations. It's not an even game. So you need to figure out that. Um, Now let's look at debt equity ratio. This ratio tells us if the company is mostly operating on debt or on equity. So it should be zero point 0.5 or less than that, which is really good, which is safe to invest in. Right now it's 0.68, which is quite above zero point 0.5, so it means it's not really safe to invest here. There's not a big margin of safety, but still it's 0.68. So you need to be careful about that. If I just go back, it's consistently above zero point 0.5, and but in 2011 it's way above zero point 0.5. It's 5.85, which is very risky. So it means you can have a look here that just straight above you can look that zero point 0.1 is the equity and debt is 0.59 is the long-term debt. So it's mainly operating on debt. There's a lot of debt. Even if they have the equity, if they have to pay back the debt, they won't be able to pay back because they have the equity is very less compared to the debt. The debt is very big, so this is very scary. And then here, the equity is 0 in 2010 and July, and the debt is zero point 0.6, which is very scary. It's very, very risky to invest here. But even now, it's very risky because it's not zero point 0.5, it's 0.68, and it has never been zero point 0.5. So this is very risky because it's operating mainly on debt, and but as it's improving because it's now 0.68, which is good, but still I would wait for this one to be zero point 0.5. Let's check return on equity. um, Return on equity should be 8% or above that, so that it's safe, margin of safety, and it's 5.67, which is not very good. Not It's good, like there is a return of 5.67%, but there's not a margin of safety, good margin of safety that you are okay to invest in, which should be 8% or more than that. And if I see previous ones, it's like even in minuses, it has gone. So the history is not really good. And there has been fluctuations. It's 9.37 in 2014, which is really good, but still it's not consistent. It's minus then point. It's not consistently giving returns. So we need to be careful about that as well. Now let's have a look at the dividends. If it pays any dividends, which shows it doesn't pay any dividends. Their dividend yield, it is not paying any dividend, which shows that the financial position might not be that good that it can pay dividends, because companies that pay dividends, it shows that they have extra money to give to shareholders. So right now the dividends is not, there's no dividend there. And if I want to have a look, if it's a big cap company, market cap, or small, it's a billion company and it's 3.54 billion. It's a big market cap, so it's a big company. And then if I want to have a look at the reviews in Indeed, because it will give me a thing that, you know, how the people who work here, how they feel about the company. It gives me some perspective. It might be true, it might not be true, I don't know, but it's up to you to judge. So it's 96 reviews we have, which is quite reviews. Yes, it is good reviews, and it's 3.4 they have given overall. And if I just check the same ones in Glassdoor reviews, and let's just see, because that's different as well. And in Glassdoors we have a lot of reviews. We have 505 reviews, which is quite a lot compared to Indeed, and it's 3.2 stars. So you can just read through it and just know like what employees feel about it, which is which gives you a very good idea. Now let's go to Justia Patents, which will tell you about the patents, that if this firm owns any. Let's type in the exact name and click enter. And I will just okay, that's great. Now let's see. So I'm just interested in applicant or the assignee, because these are the people who have the full rights of the of the patent. I'm not interested in inventor because uh, this could be anyone who has invented, but they don't have the rights, full rights of the patent. So I'm looking at the people who have full rights of the patent. So in 2013 they have a patent filed, 2012 they have filed, 2013 and so on, 2012. So they have quite a lot of patents, but what more interested in is that do they have recent patents in 2015, 16, 17? Because it could be that this is 2014, it could be that a company is innovating when they started, but then they stopped. So they need to have patents. In 2016 they have, which is very good, which is a quite recent one. So you need to be careful about that as well, that they are innovating right now as well. And patents are very good for the firm because it says that they have a competitive edge, they have a moat, and they are doing something different from their competitors to thrive in the competition. So patents are a very good thing if somebody have one. And lastly, I will go to the Yahoo Finance website because from there I want to know the key executives and their salaries. I'll just type that in, this one, VRNT. Sometimes it appears from symbol, sometimes it doesn't. So, you know, and you need to make sure this is the name exactly because some firms have the similar symbol, so you can just get mistaken. I'll go to profile and you can see the sector from here, which is technology, industry, software application, and the employees. And you can have a look at the key executives. This is the name of the key executives. There are 5 key executives, and you can see the 4 salaries. 4 of them with salaries, and the last don't have any salaries shown. So you need to look into that. That why they don't have any salaries shown. Maybe they have it in another website, and maybe they don't have it here. So it could be anything. So it's up to you to find out. And